hello, my beautiful baby arugulas. It's good to see you all. We are here again to do a quest, but this quest is going to be quite the turnaround of quests. But hi, hello. Tonight we have a wonderful guest. We have rulebooks optional. We have Drew, who is going to be joining us this evening. We're very excited to have them. More people on the couch. We love collaborating with our fellow D&D makers, our fellow D&D cosplayers, improvists, whatnot. If you want to be on the Grouch Couch, hit us up. You want to be on Improv Quest, baby? Let's go. But let's say hello to our thing. Actually, before we do that, I need to make sure you guys are actually coming through correctly. So you could guys say something. We're going to say hello to our lads. So say hello, lads, but they're not going to hear you. So I'm going to make you do it again.
Hello, lads.
Hello, lads.
Oh, exactly. Okay, fair enough. But we're going to say hello to our lads below. Each one of you say hi, who you are, and what character you're playing. Like someone has never met your character before. Give us a little intro. And so we'll say hello first to Slade, Big Jim Slade from Big Jim Slade Game. Yeah.
I am Big Jim Slade. Tonight I will be playing Dumpford, a dwarf sorcerer who has trouble committing, we'll say, on his sixth or seventh divorce, and a whole host of mental and emotional issues.
Hell yeah. Fishy.
Jesus. Hello, I am Fishy, but you already knew that. Our Fishy son, or the Chaos Goblin himself. Hello, I am playing Bomblin Barlow. That's right, the mischievous bear that always seems to end up failing upwards somehow. So, as per always, we have an interesting premise for tonight, and it fits suit. And I would like to believe it's exactly Bomblin's actions that led us into this fucking mess.
And finally, we have Drew from Rulebooks Optional.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm Drew. I'm Rulebook Optional. A lot of people in chat. I see a lot of them hanging out. I really do appreciate you guys having me on right now. As you guys already said, just having chatting with, Kate, Fishy, and Slade so far. This couch is really damn comfy. I'm happy to be here. I'm sinking right into the cushions, baby. I'm ready for a fun night of D&D. I'll be playing Quinton Fowl, Pirate Galore. A fast-talking, smooth, charismatic, dumb as rocks, elvish, pirate, bard, rogue. Plan.
Hell yeah. What is the average intelligence of the characters on the couch tonight?
Actually, Dumpford's not too bad. He's got a 14.
Okay.
I got an 8.
I got a 10.
All right.
Wisdom's not up there. But...
So we bring that bottom bar real low. I'll tell you what. Make that average seem real small. Bomblin's here for a reason.
Excellent. Well, my friends, we are about to embark on a quest of quests that has never been quested. That's right. Now, for those of you in the chat here, in the audience, you get to participate in this. You get to participate in this little... What was that, Slade?
I said, that's you. I was...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw a little,
No, that's you. I'm pointing. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this.
Save it for the stream.
Somebody clip it. I'm going to need that for later.
All right, anyway,
you material is excellent.
You, as the audience, are the fourth member of our party, and you can participate by giving suggestions in the chat using the suggest a feature in the channel points, but also you can make our characters re-roll or add advantages or disadvantages to what they have done. Obviously, in this, we do our first round kind of normal improvisational play, and then we move into adding in our D20 improv games, where we'll roll those at the beginning of every initiative. It's gonna be gorgeous. We're gonna throw Drew to the wolves. It's gonna be great. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you can only participate if you come to the live show on Fridays. So come to the live show on Fridays, twitch.tv/The Grouch Couch. I almost said my own channel's name. That would have been bad. But you guys are beautiful and wonderful. We're going to roll that intro, and we will see you in just a couple of seconds.
Welcome back, adventurers, to Improv Quest, the only adventure where the dice are optional, the rules are flexible, and your next big move might just be interpretive dance. Every week, a group of chaotic adventurers dive headfirst into a world that we all barely understand, because, well, we're making it up as we go. Powered by D&D 5e, questionable logic, and your suggestions from chat. Improv Quest is part actual play, part improv show, and part magical fever dream. Will the wizard sneeze himself into a walrus again? Can the bard out-sing a banshee? Will Jacko Jones ever pay his rent? No, but we're rolling with it. Every week our heroes must complete a quest. What exactly is that quest? Well, that is up to our guest. So grab your potions, brace for nonsense, and remember, in Randomonia, the laws of physics are more like polite suggestions. This is Improv Quest.
Our story of stories that has never been storied. You three awaken. It is bright outside. You're outside. It's bright. It's raucous. You hear a lot of shouting and like clucking of animals, and your heads are absolutely pounding. You have no memory of the night before. And as you look around, you notice the words Cluck Coliseum. You find that you are all unable to move. And looking down, you notice you are bound by colorful ribbons, and at least 6 or 7 colorful ribbons to a maypole.
Jesus, not again.
What'd you do, Dumpford?
And as you are just gaining your clarity, you hear an announcer yell, and up next, the reigning champions, the Map Snatchers. And the crowd goes wild, and you see everyone is looking at you.
Hey, guys, well, what the hell's going on?
So instead of rolling initiative for the first go round, so we give Quinton a chance to adjust to the react, add, and action. We're going to go in order from Dumpford to Bomblin to Quinton. That's how we're going to go around in a circle, just so Quinton has enough time to see how it's done to get an idea of what happens next. So first, Dumpford.
Makes sense.
As people are now walking towards you, what do you do?
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I'm looking around and, that's really fucking bright over there. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Oh, I need hair of the dog, but I can't even move my arm. And I look over and there's half a dozen of these guys, and they all have like these billy club and metal poles, and one guy's got a plank with a nail stuck through. And I'm looking around trying to figure out how the heck we got here. And I look over and I see Bomblin, and oh geez, the other dude looks kind of familiar, but my head is killing me. I'm not even sure who the hell. We're all tied up. I got to get the hell out of here because that might be my ex-wife's family. Ex-wife number 3. There's a whole bunch of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of look at the guy that has the board with the nail in it. I'm gonna get my hand just free enough, give a little wiggle, and I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
All right.
I'm gonna try and get him to run over and untie us before the other guys get here.
All right. I know Charm Person. Do you have to roll for that one?
No, technically it's a save.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save 14, but I mean, if you want me to roll on it, that's cool too.
No. That I'll roll the wisdom save for the guy you're trying to charm. That's fine by me. So let's give us a wisdom save. I forgot to turn on my accelerator. Oh god, this is gonna be the slowest roll. That's a nat 20.
Oh, geez. So I do that, and I'm like, hey, brother, help a dwarf out, will you? He's just more pissed at me now.
The announcer goes, no need to charm us. You've already won so many battles. We had to keep you tied up in the ring so you didn't take out all the competition at once. Your time will come, Dumpford, the chicken slayer. And the guys with the billy clubs approach
Whoa.
farther towards you.
Oh, geez. And then for my last little bit here, I'm just going to look around and go chickens. And there's a whole bunch of headless chickens with teeth marks on the neck. And I'm going to somebody went full Aussie in here. and I'll end my turn.
All right, and we move to Bomblin.
As the mob in the crowd start to get more riled up, as those sticks turned into more torches, as the sun starts to set and the Coliseum starts to glow,
It's morning.
that's when it's been a whole day.
They're moving really
Coliseum
slow.
only
It's
operates
really
there in the nighttime. Sorry, that's just how kingdom standards are. It's not really it's not up to me. It's up to the policies that are set. You're reading too much into it. Anyway, the announcer calls Drew. Wait, no.
Nope, Quinton.
Quinton! Yeah, I'm getting there. Quinton! Next in the Coliseum to fight up against Bravery. Oh, God. Shows the guards a big chicken folk come walking over. They unshackle the chains from Quinton and they take him off to the Coliseum, where me and Dumpford are left alone.
Okay, so are you taking any actions? Any actions there, Bomblin?
See, this is where this is getting kind of, because I want something to happen, but it's very confusing on how it would happen. I'm going to
Okay.
have to spend a couch coin to end up doing it, but I
That's
kind of
fine.
have to do it. During
I'm giving you you each are starting with 2 couch coins tonight, so you can use a couch coin. You have, yeah, you can use
Yeah.
one.
All right. Can I slide ahead these locks? Everybody's kind of busy heading over to the Cluck Coliseum.
Is that what you're using your couch coin for?
No. Couch
Okay.
coin, not an act. Just
Yeah.
an
So
act.
so yeah, give me a sleight of hand rolling.
You got a plus 10, baby. That's a natty 1. I swear to fucking God.
So you've
Going
been
perfectly so
so
far.
this is the thing, is that you've been shackled to the maypole for clearly quite some time, and you're starting to kind of when you wrap your finger in string or something, you start to cut off the circulation and it swells out around. You find that you can't get your paws out because your wrists have kind of swelled around how you're tied up.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Which technically
Yeah,
means means retroactively we have taken Banu's suggestion, which means Banu gets added to our giveaway for whenever we take someone's suggestion. They get added to a giveaway that happens every 5th episode. That's coming up probably soon. So because Banu said tighten the binds, so the binds are in fact tightened. So good job, Banu. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right, so with that, we move to Quinton. You are now being led to the center of the chicken fighting ring against a large chicken folk named Bravery.
Being led
Couch
to
coin.
the middle of the Coliseum.
Sir
chicken
underscore
guy
P
named
with just
Bravery.
redeemed couch
Quinton
coin.
is
Bomblin.
restrained by the wrists, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, understood. Would look up to Bravery and go, I'm very sorry, my large cock friend. I have completely forgotten exactly why we're here, but we murdered your brothers and sisters and fathers and husbands and wives, and now you seem to be willing to beat the shit out of me. Would I be able to have my wrists?
You did get a couch. Good news, you got another couch coin, Bomblin. So yes, you can spend a couch coin. Where did you go?
Fantastic. I would like to introduce Bravery.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's what you went off for. Okay, so Bravery is...
Right.
You seem like a kind and reasonable man. Could you unbind me wrists?
The only thing I'm gonna unbind is your intestines. You've killed enough of my folk today. Now it's time to string you.
I didn't catch that last, but you want to twist me guts? I'll twist your nuts, and I want to go and I want to try to attack and go for the crotch if I can.
Roll for Cloaca.
I'm
It's gonna, we're not even
I
10
have
minutes
one.
in and we
Okay.
get a Cloaca reference. That's a record.
All right, so you're gonna go for twist the nuts. Terrible news. Birds have cloacas and not testicles, so you're gonna have to reach up on in there to reach where the testicles are. So I hope you're prepared. So let's.
First action, try to turn a
You're
man
committed.
into a puppet. Okay,
Yep.
let's rock it.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's go with God. What would that be? Let's go with a strength. Let's go with a strength check. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
There we go.
Could I make it sleight of hand? Okay, no, we'll go with strength.
No, because he sees you doing it.
Okay, understandable. Okay, Strength.
And there's some resistance get on the way in.
Gonna be a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, so the chicken so the chicken folk is actually like wearing like Romanesque garb. So they have like a skirt kind of situation, and you reach up in between and you feel your hand just kind of yeah. And you feel around and you feel a couple of different things, whether it be the G-spot or the testicles. That's up for you to decide. And I'll let you take it from there. That is a success. Tell us how you succeed.
We'll say that's gonna be my action. And I look at Bravery and I'm looking up and I make direct eye contact with him as my hand is up in him to the wrist. As I go, not so brave now, are you? Is there any reaction from Bravery?
Just kind of faints, I guess. Ah!
All right. The announcer comes on and goes, and another win for the Quinton, the testicle squuncher. Because apparently you've been doing this all night. This is your
call me foul for a reason, so...
So yeah, you are then you as Bravery kind of just faints, you squunch your hand out, you hear the announcer say, honestly, this is the most polite victory Quinton has had this evening. Normally that punch goes straight up the gullet and we see them drop dead and then he rips out their entrails. This is an amazing turn of events. Is Quinton getting tired? Should we make him do another round right now or should we move on to the next? Chat, I would like you to tell me if...
The part of the crew.
Oh, Sora!
Subscribe to
Sora! She is.
Sora?
I would like you to tell me, chat, if Quinton is going to be forced to do another battle, or if they are going to make Slade or Bomblin fight next. And we're gonna give chat a second so you guys can converse with each other as this, like, you could yell at each other because you are technically all in the ring together. You were tied to a maypole at the side of the ring to keep you guys bound up. But Quinton, you are currently still free as the crowd roars.
So wrists are bound, just having a hand up in a person, making them pass out. Looks back and goes, gents, how did we get in this situation and how do we get out?
Oh, I got no idea, kid, but that was the most disgusting, awesome thing I think I've seen since at least my third honeymoon. So that's fucking beautiful. All right. Who are you anyway?
Well, the name's Quinton Fowl, Cock Slayer, and apparently we are here going to be Beverly. Who, my short-stacked friend and my furry accomplice, who would you two be?
Accomplice is probably like a strong word to use. I would probably just say adjacent humanoid.
Yeah, because there's like legal ramifications there that I'm not ready to talk to my lawyer about. So, yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I guess we're gonna fuck up some more chicken.
Apparently so. Now, Quentin kind of like looking around. And I imagine that the next people are making their way towards us now. And I think Quinton, in like bardish, roguish, piratey kind of way, goes, well, you know what loves chickens? Bears, and we'll run directly behind Bomblin.
With all right, beautiful.
Like to be thrown under the bus?
Yeah. So
I can only fist you for so long. I'm sorry.
Certifiable underscore nerd subscribe. Wait, howdy you. I work early tonight cause IT crashed the network so I can actually watch a live episode.
Oh, certifiable, fantastic. Well, I'm glad IT crashed and you get to hang out with us. That's fantastic. Hello, certifiable.
All
right.
Certifiable.
With that, the announcer whips around and goes, Quinton has decided to... I don't remember the word I'm trying to go. Quinton has relented their time in the ring for Bomblin, the butt plucker. But what Quinton doesn't know is that they've made it through our entire cavalcade of cocks this evening, which means we are down to just our last three competitors. Dumpford, Bomblin, and Quinton in a 3-on-3 standoff against each other. They came in together and wrecked asunder everyone here, but now we get the final laugh. as they take each other down. They came in as friends and brethren. Let's see how those ties fall. Now, that completes our first round of initiative. I'm going to have everyone roll me initiative now. Roll me a d20 now. And this will decide our player turn order for the next round.
It's a nat 20, baby.
Nat 20, all right. A 9. All right, so we're going to go Bomblin, Quinton, Dumpford. That's going to be our new player order. And let me roll real quick. Sorry, everybody. Let me roll real quick my d20 to decide our first improv game of the night. Let's go. All right. Our first thing of the night is a 16, which means we're doing slow-mo actions. During this scene, all actions must be performed in a dramatic slow motion. Even if the dialogue is at normal speed of I dodge left, the player throws their whole body into a dramatic slow-mo. Now, I will let you guys interpret this a little bit loosey-goosey. If you want to do the dialogue slow, that's also fine. But if you just want to do slow actions, I'm also a-okay with that. But slow-mo is the game for this round, and we are starting with Bomblin.
All right, okay.
So,
Shit, all right.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, as all three of us stand in the middle of Cluck Coliseum, we stand there, crowd rivaling, throwing up their takers, their D20s, and it looks like swords thrown around those little glow sticks. And they say, the announcer says, let the last one standing be the only one. And then he says, go. As Dumpford and Quinton start to go to punch each other, Bomblin's going to turn around to the crowd. Now, as you see, everybody here, we could be at this forever. For these are not the forces in our nature, but the forces of the chaos of which you put upon us. Now, we can make this whole Coliseum disappear and give everybody free Metal Omnicon tickets for next Thursday's show.
Shout out to Metal Omnicon.
Shout out to Metal Omnicon. Or I have a one-time use teleportation to bring the band here to have an explosive Metal Omnicon concert right here, right now.
All right. So,
What say you, crowd?
we're gonna go highs or lows on this bad boy. So, call it for me, Fishy. Highs or lows? Highs, they want the Metal Omnicon, or and lows, they want you guys to keep fighting.
Sure.
Okay, we'll roll it.
All right, baby. Come on, baby. No whammy, no whammy.
That's a 2.
Hello. Oh, fuck.
That's a 2. They are chanting,
Oh,
fight,
really?
fight, 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 fight,
They
fight,
hate
fight,
What the fuck did you just say?
fight, fight, fight.
Did Quinton just say they hate his metal?
No,
I would hate metal. They want us to kill each other, man.
Oh my god!
No,
I'm not sure how you could have done that any worse, buddy.
all right, so with that,
Get out of the way.
Ooh.
with that, we move to Drew. Sorry, Quinton. My bad. Your name's out of sync with everybody else's, and that's really weird. Okay,
Good.
Quinton, it is now your turn. Remember, slow-mo action still. We're still in slow-mo action mode.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Well, Bomblin's fist hurling toward my face. My only reaction can be, I remember a treasure map. Do you want to be rich?
Bomblin.
I would like to connect, but I feel like we're in such slow motion that it doesn't necessarily hurt, but just kind of hits it with a
Oh, I got hit.
Also, shout out to the mouth in the mouth of Bomblin, real quick. That was great.
It was a little disturbing, but it worked.
The mouth in the mouth.
Hey,
All right.
don't talk shit about my inside mouth.
He's got that alien mouth. He's got that mouth in the mouth.
Whoa, dude.
That's nuts. That is going to fucking haunt me. No, this is where I cast football. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Also, friends in the audience, remember, you can clip things and post them in the Discord, so we have to rewatch that later.
Please,
Good lord.
do and don't.
It looks like a hot dog moving around in there.
You got a hot dog in your hallway already. What the fuck is that?
He snacks away like a chipmunk, like he just packs in.
So the punch connects, and Quinton
Yes.
flies backward after saying that. Dumpford being able to hear saying that to Bomblin to try to save himself from being beaten to death. And as he falls back, let me know if I'm adding things that are appropriately crazy here. Falls backward, and as his back hits the ground, he can hear a metal clang underneath it. And as he rolls over, he's able to see it's a grate that leads down underneath the Coliseum. That was like animals or different fighters would come up like triumphantly or like in like a showmanship as they would like emerge outward. But it seems that this is like a way for us to escape the Coliseum if necessary.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to do to it? You haven't done a roll. You can try and open it. You can do things. You haven't. You did your react. You added. Now it's your action time, baby.
Well, thank you for re-explaining it. I think I look over to Dumpford and Bomblin, and I go, "Do you want to get out of here? There's a grate."
Why is he talking also?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's Mort! He's possessing Dumpford.
Do I not speak slowly anymore? I'm not sure what I have to do.
No, you that.
Nobody knew.
Okay.
I'm not even supposed to be here this week.
All right. So what
In that case, I'm gonna get rich, and I want to try to pull the grate up and try to hop and get out of this fight because I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
All right. Give me an athletics check or acrobatics, depending on what you like better. But
how would I acrobatics a sewer grate out of the
I don't
ground?
know. Maybe you do a flip. I don't know.
Yeah, do a backflip.
Wow,
You
that's
can
gonna be a
cartwheel.
23 acrobatics.
Oh hell yeah! Well,
Hey.
tell us how you succeed. Tell us how you succeed in this. What happens?
Okay,
Please
you
use acrobatics.
Okay, amazing. And so to continue with the slow-mo vibes, Quinton, he stands up, gets on the grate, and goes, "You're more than welcome to follow me. Goodbye, adoring fans." And in slow motion, will jump. He does a full tuck backflip, lands on the grate, and it spins like one of those trap blocks in Mario, and he disappears from the Coliseum.
Fantastic! We love it. Dumpford, it is now your turn.
All right, these guys haven't untied me enough yet. I'm still freaking lashed to this maypole. So what I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do my little Misty step. It's like how I get out of the bar without paying.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sort of poof over, and I'm just gonna say to Bomblin, "Look, I don't think we need to be fighting this stuff this time, but dude's got fucking money. Let's go." And I'm gonna try and do the same thing. I'm gonna sort of leap up in the air, and except I'm gonna cannonball into the grate.
All right. Give us an athletics. Give us an athletics for your cannonball.
Oh, this is gonna be bad because this is not Dumpford's specialty.
Athletics isn't a dwarf specialty. What?
No, because
Great.
that's he. Yeah, don't ask. It's not a thing. Because I rolled a 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So I go up and and I tuck in and I hit, but I missed the hole. And I just go.
I would like to think that you actually hit the corner of the grate on your coccyx, and you just fall backwards into it.
Well, that was actually going to be the next move, as I sort of roll over and just sort of fall, and it just drops me in.
How's your neck?
And you can see, I fall in, and oh God, my face! I just fall in the hole. Oh Jesus, this fucking hurts, kid.
I love it. So we are at the top.
And it's not really a big enough hole, so it takes me a few minutes to just sort of fall through as I squeeze through the hole like dough in the little squeeze tube thing.
So with that, we have reached the conclusion of that round. So we no longer have to do slow-mo, except I do. So to finish out this round, the guards of the Coliseum see Quinton jump into the hole, and then they watch Dumpford just almost magically teleport out of his binds and probably break a couple of a tailbone, and at least cause a couple of bulged discs in his lower back as he topples into the grate. And Bomblin is left standing there. So how we're going to do this to move this along is the guards start running towards Bomblin with chains and nets to try and recapture you before you get to the hole as well. So I'm going to
I want to
force...
spend a couch coin here then.
Okay.
I want to spend a couch coin. From inside the hole, you're like, fucking bear, get down here. And I'm going to cast a mage hand, except I'm really pissed. So it's going to be a big fucking dope slap hand. And it's going to come out and it's just going to smack Bomblin. And he's going to just sort of fall into the hole. And I'm just going to sort of shove him down into the hole with my big...
All right. Yeah, so that will be a couch coin to do that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing.
Like,
all right, cool.
Release one of the crazy animals down there, but no, you stuff me down a chimney.
It's done a great. It's done a great. All right, with that, we finished that round. You are now in a tunnel that is leading out of the Coliseum. Let's re-roll our initiative order and re-roll another game.
Yeah, okay, the 14.
14, a 1, and
15.
All right, so we're going Dumpford, Bomblin, Quinton. So we're back to the initiative order in the beginning. And we are going to be playing the game Meanwhile.
Beyond 33 values reroll Drew hash.
Oh, I love this one.
All right,
Reroll
so it says just reroll run. Sorry, it didn't update for you guys because I have things going. I'm looking at other stuff. Reroll for Drew. Reroll for Drew. That's what it was.
Reroll?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Someone
Gab,
in
I'm gonna
chat
rest you.
cares
Thank you.
about you.
It's all right. We're doing it again, baby. 12.
12. Okay, so the order is.
That's better, but it doesn't change it.
Yeah, the order is
Thank you, Gab. Love you.
Dumpford, Bomblin, and Quinton. It remains the same. So the game we are going to be playing, I got a 7, is the Meanwhile button. At any time, the GM, what's up, that's me, your boy, can say Meanwhile, and a player must improvise a quick cutaway scene showing what is happening elsewhere in the world, maybe with NPCs, villains, or other background events. So this is literally just a view of the world of Randomonia, somewhere else in Randomonia, what is happening. And this, I will say it randomly at some point in the initiative order, and you guys, you have to do a cutaway of what is happening meanwhile somewhere else. Yes. All right, so Dumpford, take it away.
So once we get down there, we're down in this tunnel, and it's actually at the bottom of the hole. It was actually a ladder. None of us actually took the ladder. We just all kind of tumbled down, not seeing the ladder on the way down. Kind of stupid, but whatever. And you just see the little hand after it shoves Bomblin in. It just sort of pops up and does that on its way out. Just flips everybody off.
Oh.
And but I look down, and there's the tunnel goes off into the distance, and you can hear all the guards up there, but they don't know how to open the grate because they're not as stupid as we are. And so I'm like, all right, we gotta start running. But what do you mean the map, dude? What is the map?
No.
They called us
I
map
will-
snatchers. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, with the map. So, now, of course, the grog went straight to me head. Doesn't usually make me black out like
Couch
that,
coin.
but what I remember
Certifiable underscore nerd just redeemed couch coin.
Hold on, wait, pause.
Hand with attitude.
There we go. Okay, sorry, it was the bot was talking over you, so back it up about 5 seconds.
All good. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for the call out. Now, don't usually black out like that, but I will say that I remember a few days ago, I came into possession of a map that was leading to something called the Lost King's Head Treasure. And if I had to imagine, somehow we came together, and I am willing to split the loot into 3 shares, split it amongst ourselves if you promise not to kill me in the suit. Or not in the suit, in the bowels of the Coliseum.
It's called the Bloodworks.
All right, I promise I won't kill you here.
Meanwhile,
And the whole map thing's, and as Dumpford's saying that, we cut back to this one intersection in a random village in Randomonia where you see this gigantic freaking weird turtle guy. And he's just walking along, and there's a bunch of kids running around, like they're throwing heads of lettuce and stuff at him, which is like a sign of respect and things. Because he catches one and he kind of eats it and things like that. That's what you do when you see the giant turtle guys. You throw them veg. And as he's walking along, he decides to hand out something in return because he feels bad. They're giving him stuff. So he takes out all these little mushrooms from one of his pouches. And he's handing it out to all the kids.
all right, back to reality.
It's 30 miles away. It has nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yep, no,
I'm
nothing
glad-
to do with anything.
I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad he's doing well.
Back to Dumpford.
Anyway, so that makes a lot of sense because I totally would be in for a freaking treasure map, and King's Head sounds like it's either a treasure or like a fun time out behind Sully's. So yeah, well let's do that. But let's get the fuck out of here first. So I'm gonna just start running up the tunnel to see where it goes.
Okay.
But it's
I mean,
dark, so I'm not really sure where I'm going.
Oh, fair enough. I was saying, you do have the power to just move you guys out of there.
Well, no, I'm gonna roll some dice to see what happens because it's dark over here, and I'm just gonna start running.
All right, sounds good. Roll.
That's dark full of tan.
What would that be? Investigation?
That would be my fourth wipe.
Want to say Constitution or not intimidation, investigation, I guess, to get out.
Sure, we'll do that one. Why not?
All right.
That's a 16 there, GM folks.
Oh well, then you very quickly tell us how you succeed.
So run along, and there's a.
Meanwhile,
you see a whole bunch of these knights on steeds. And they're being surrounded.
Just been raided. We have just been raided. We have just been raided. I wonder who it's from. It's from Forge of Lore.
Forge of Lore. Holy shit!
The former official pre-show of the Grouch Couch, Love, Death, and Dice. Forge of Lore. What up, Steve? What were you up to?
Oh, Lava Kitten. Hello.
I hope it was a great stream, guys. Always happy to see you.
All right. Anyway, back to your meanwhile.
Knights are sitting there. They're sitting there, and there's a whole bunch of other peasants running. They're like yelling, and they're trying to describe this giant creature that came through and gave all their kids these weird drugs. You see in the background, the kids are all tripping balls in the playground, and then they're sending the knights after where this guy was going.
All right, perfect. So back to reality. Back to reality.
I get to the fork in the road, and I look down one way, and I hear all kinds of noises. And on this way, it's kind of windy. So I run over there, but it turns out that's the exit. That's like where they throw all the dead bodies of the animals and shit out this way. So I look down, and I'm like, guys, we can jump. And we jump, and I jump out, and I land in a pile of chicken body, but that's okay because they kind of break my fall, and my road's red anyway, so it don't matter.
And all of them have their cloacas torn out of them.
These bastards.
Yeah, you see these chickens have like their heads twisted off. Obviously, work of Dumpford, who just came in, just like cracking skulls. You have, from knowing what Quinton just did, you see a whole bunch of prolapsed anuses, and you know that's clearly. And then there's a bunch of them that just have clumps of tail feathers just ripped entirely off, and that's clearly the work of Bomblin. Their signature moves, as it were. So now we move to Bomblin.
As we kind of pick ourselves up from all these like dead bodies, and we kind of looking around, we can notice that there's a little river going through this cave, and there's like a little dinghy boat with a ferryman. He's like, "Good," or do you want to play NPCs?
Yeah, I can play the NPC.
You play NPC.
Okay.
All right. All right. We all kind of rush over. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
I see you had a good time. I told you it was worth every penny. Get on up. Come on. We met outside of the brothel, and you guys were still looking for a good time to get your fight on, and I told you I knew the place. You guys spent hours in there. I can only imagine. You get that cock and cloaca treatment. It's the best, my guy.
Are you talking about the brothel or the arena? I am very confused.
Are you talking
Either
about
way, it explains the itch.
Yeah, so like let's get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, no, take us back to this brothel. Yes, let's go as soon as possible.
Yeah. Get on. Come on, my guys. Oh, Quinton, my man, and like gives you a high five. Dumpford.
Oh, it's good to see you, me smuggler friend.
Oh, look at you, Dumpford, my lumpy bumpy. Gives you a swat on the ass, like as you.
God, don't fucking touch my ass like that again.
Come on, man, it ain't that bad. You liked it last night. Remember, we were having
hold on, no, we don't want to talk about that in front of
We were having a fight. Well, we were all involved. We were having a 5-way with that bugbear and that goblin. Oh, it was. Listen, touch tips when you can, my friends. Touch tips when you can. All right, let's get going. And he just starts moving you forward through the caves. All right, Fishy, it's still your turn, by the way. Sorry, Bomblin.
Yeah, okay. So as we're moving through the caves, telling us. He's telling us even more of the shenanigans and the riled upness that we got within the brothel. Chat, can you go ahead and use a suggestion? And can we name this brothel? Because this
Hell
is canon forever now. And
yes. Let's get a brothel name.
Yeah, give us some brothel names.
Please, the thing that was said earlier.
Yeah, whatever you were saying there, whatever.
But yes, continue on, Bomblin.
So
As we're waiting for names. Yeah. What's in the tunnel?
Quinton, what do you still have this map?
No, I remember that I did have it at one point, but I believe after I pirated it from somebody, someone pirated it from me.
So we still need to find the map after we found it?
Yes, finding the map will lead us to the King's Head, the Lost King's Head at the end of the map. So yes, it's the promise of treasure.
See, I feel like we've been on this quest forever now, and I feel like we're at fucking square one all over again.
It has been
So we have to
3 minutes.
So, like, where did we have the map?
When do you last remember having the map?
I mean, guys, you didn't have the map when we were at the brothel, but you guys said you came from like a funeral home that's owned by a tiger man.
The only way to find out is we have to go and find the bugbear that we all turned into a starfish last night, and maybe they will have more information where we were before this.
It's the only logical thing.
All right, so Bomblin, your choices for the names of the brothels are Acre's Cloa, the Three Tips, Brotherly Tips, and the Square Cloaca. Also, Emmy didn't use the suggested feature, but did put in the Clever Cloaca as well.
Emmy gets a pass on that one. That's good.
It was
Yeah.
so funny. I almost threw up. Jesus.
Fuck, man. Of course, the
We didn't
brothel
even need to
would
get special
also
soda.
be owned by chickenfolk, since we're near a fucking chickenfolk fighting arena. God damn. Where are we? Foster Farms? Anyways, we're gonna go with the fucking the Square Cloaca. We'll give it to Banu.
All right, another one for Banu. Beautiful. So yeah, the
we're
boat.
gonna give Emmy that shame bell. You were on the show, bro.
You were on the show.
Hey.
You were-
Pause. Play.
Dave
All right.
Steve _Forge of Law just redeemed.
Thank you for the pause, Steve. Thank you
We
for the
can't
pause.
hear that.
Yeah, we couldn't
I
hear
know
the
it's
pause.
true. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear it. Hold on. I mean, I
No, we
just.
can't hear the
Yeah, we
sound.
haven't
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I'm so
I didn't
sorry.
know you this whole
Now
time.
you're all good.
Hold on.
No,
Everything's
you're
gonna get
fine.
fucked up for a second. Hold on.
Oh God.
Oh, there
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just floating here.
Anyways,
I don't know what's
you're
going
lost.
on.
There we go.
So as we get up to the docks of the Square Cloaca, because it's just a little bit down as the river, actually we come out of the cave system into a beautiful forest-like setting, much like Rivendell. And as we come up upon these like docks that are all along the side of the river, right there on a big old sign called the Square Cloaca. Much like rave music and dance music and different lights coming from the windows, all we hear and see is
They
as
got.
we get off the ferry.
Hold on. I'm gonna use a couch coin to add into this because you guys have given me 3 couch coins so far. Thank you. There are little platforms like balconies that intermittently along the building, and there are like elves and genasies like in very skimpy clothing just dancing like all over the balconies to get people in the door. But continue on.
All right, guys, let's not get distracted. Dumpford! Fuck, where did he go? Did he already go inside? Jesus. Oh,
Ran
no,
off.
No, I'm right here.
Bugbear,
I'm right
Chloe.
here. I didn't want you
Cool.
to see me scratching the itch. It's okay.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
We'll have to
guys.
compare itches later because mine's getting pretty rough. All right, remember, guys, we gotta stay focused. Treasure map to the Three-Headed Gold Tavern is just beyond that doors. Once we find out from the bugbear where we were before this.
All
Don't
right.
get distracted.
Did you make any rolls this go, Bomblin? I don't even remember.
No,
What
I
was done.
don't think so.
All
I
right.
was
Cool.
really waiting for that meme, but
Oh yeah. Meanwhile.
Meanwhile, as we pan out upon a mountainy, snow-covered peak top, and there's a big shrine with a big archangel stone statue, huge. I would have to say probably at least 23 shipping containers tall, and down at the bottom, all covered up and bundled up, we go in and we pan on in the face. It's Tilly the Wizard out there, all alone. On her face, though, she has tears like she might have found some happy, joyous tears. As Tilly goes to touch the monument, all of a sudden, blue glyphs start to glow all around it. Then it swirls up and up.
Back to reality.
So there we are, walking into the door of the Cloaca Square Brothel, and greeting us there, right at the front, is the mighty patron, Mrs. Clucksworth III.
Oh, I see you're back. My goodness, I didn't realize people would come back within 6 hours for seconds. You guys really went rowdy last night. Bomblin, my goodness, look at you. You're disheveled.
I got my little blue gummies. We're all good.
Oh, you got that chewable blue stuff. You use that enough and your dick just stops working altogether. So be careful, honey. All right.
That only works on humans. Every race is kind of different.
I mean, listen, I've heard things. I've had a couple of gnomes in here. They took it like 6 times, and they've never been the same. They're mostly penis shaped now. It's ridiculous. I hired them on as phallic decorations. They're over there. See, that's Mindy and Marcus, and you see.
Hi, Mindy. Hi, Marcus.
You see, two kind of gyrating, weird mushroomish shaped gnomes.
We're getting distracted, madam.
Gnomes are always dickheads anyway.
Yeah, I know. Where might be the bugbear mistress that we all had a pleasant and itchy time with last night?
We had the Twin Eiffel Towers.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember. You guys paid really well. I don't know where you got all that money from, but oh my God, that was great. Chet,
Please tell me that there was a painter in the room.
We do have the picture imps that work in all the security cameras. So, I mean, they do paint as they go. So it's a little splotchy, but if you ever want a still of it, you could get someone to recreate it nicer and bigger for you. They're really small when you get them out of the security cameras.
Well, I was just really hoping somebody was painting it for us so we could keep these memories alive forever. I thought we would have bought into that package, but that Dumpford's the fucking dick.
You know what? We don't
have brushes that small. What am I gonna do?
Listen, we don't offer that, but that's a great idea. Also great for blackmail. Do you know anyone that does that? Because listen, we could hire them on if you could hook us up. Oh, absolutely. We'll give you all 50% off for the rest of the year if you give us a new thing to.
50% off.
Yeah, of course.
Quinton, how's your painting?
I give it a shot.
Sounds great. Look, I got you a job, so it's super easy. You're gonna love the work that you do. But we gotta make sure that we get the treasure map first, because we can't get distracted.
No distractions. I'll give you my resume later, but yes, treasure map first.
Fantastic!
Chat, can we get a name for the bugbear, please? Chat, can we get a name for the bugbear before we move on? All right, so you wanted to...
Can we attach pronouns with that as well?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be the one that decides on what gender this bugbear. I would love chat to have that in.
Yeah,
all right, name and...
story so much funnier.
Yeah, name and pronouns for our bugbear that they Eiffel Towered with last night.
Double Eiffel Towered.
Yeah, double Eiffel
Towered. I don't know who the fourth was.
Dumb Toretto, him.
I know it for.
Funny Steve's here.
Oh no.
Dumb Toretto.
Your family.
Rihanna Rooney, she, they.
Poor family.
Welcome to Olive Garden when you fuck here your family.
Guys, stop having sex in Olive Garden.
If there's unlimited breadsticks, what am I else gonna do with them?
Don't stick them up your ass. Stop it. Get out.
All right, so we have Dumb Toretto, he, him, Rihanna Rooney, she, they, and Wee from Paris is they, them.
Wee.
Wee.
Who's choosing?
It's you, buddy. It was your idea.
Oh, I got to choose the last name. Let me give it to Quinton.
All right, Quinton.
You're the one that had the real relationship with them last. Talking about they'll call him back and all this stuff.
Yes, just tracing circles on their chest, speaking about our future. And his name, I fell in love with Dom Toretto that evening. Loved him.
No!
All right, so you want to go see Dommy. Okay, so Dommy is up the stairs, room 2. They might be with a client, but it's still pretty early in the day, so you should be fine, but just knock first, honey. You know, that's the, you know, do a tap tap, and they'll know that someone's coming to talk to them. All right, but you guys have fun. If you know what to do, you know where the money goes when you perform your acts, whatnot. You pay as you go. All right, have fun. And the chicken woman waves you off. We move to Quinton. It's your turn now.
Quinton said, "Thank you, madam, and I appreciate the advice," and immediately goes up the stairs of this brothel. Meanwhile, we cut back to the Coliseum, and we are able to zoom in on a fireplace, orange fire, red wisps coming off of it, and we were able to see a scroll thrown into the fire, and we were able to see the announcer from the Cluck Coliseum. I forgot the name. I apologize. We see the Coliseum, and we can see that as the paper begins to burn, we're able to see the illumination saying the lost king's head as the treasure map that we are seeking is burning within fire. The announcer having thrown it in. I can keep going if you want.
Nope. Go scooch on back to reality.
All right, and just as that revelation comes to a head, Quinton does not knock and walks directly in to Dominic Toretto's room without checking to see if they were preoccupied first. What
Meanwhile,
Quinton see? Meanwhile, 10 minutes ago, Dominic Toretto is absolutely ravaged by a client who she loves, that he loves. True. It's work for Dom. It's work, but we see the inside. It's a room that Dom has occupied for a good many months. They're a known sex work within this brothel, and Dom. But however, in these throes of passion, Dom is becoming he is becoming entranced by this client. Their lovemaking. It's so passionate. The emotions, the connection there, and he believes that this may be the one for him.
Back to reality.
Quinton and the gang walks in on this, and Quinton is immediately heartbroken, having fallen in love with Dominic Toretto just the previous evening. As Quinton screams out and says,
It was more like a sub last night, but not a Dom, but whatever.
I'm gonna go sit in the cut chair.
Dom, how could you? We fell in love last evening.
You see Dom just roll their eyes like, you know, it's just work, honey.
Is that what you're doing with that plasmoid creature that's behind you right now?
Listen, me and Echo have a connection.
I can see his nervous system trailing inside of you, but we don't have time to discuss my heartbreak now. For I have a question for you, Dominic Toretto.
I mean,
where's our scroll?
You've ruined the mood. I don't scroll. You didn't have no scroll when you got here. Listen, and lights up a cigarette, takes a drag, and just goes, listen, all I know is you rowdy people came in here saying you had just shaken up a funeral home and you were looking for some lively action after all of that death. But I ain't seen no scroll while you were here.
You say, perhaps it is where I shall go bury the remnants of my love life now that I can see that I meant nothing to you in that 5-way.
Listen, you know, I just need someone that I can see through, you know? There's too many... There's too much with you full-bodied people, listen, you know?
Who's the fourth?
All right.
There's no time for that now.
Chat, who was the fourth?
It's like the most important question, but I feel like it's the one question we'll never find the answer to.
It's the friends we made along the way.
But we don't remember them!
It's the friends we lost along the way.
Remember, the boatman was also with you guys. The boatman that picked you up was with you guys.
The twist is it was Bravery the chicken head guy.
Dominic, Mr. Toretto will keep it professional. I just have one question for you then. Do you have any idea where we'd be able to find the lost king's head? Surely someone as connected as you must have heard something across your many, many clientele, all who mean nothing, by the way.
I mean, jeez. Oh, Echo, honey, go get dressed. I gotta deal with this. All right. And Dom Toretto leads you out of the room, puts on like a robe, but like there's a big tuft of fur just coming out the front and it barely closes around their giant barrel chest. And he's like, listen, honey, I could have a special place, but this jealousy is unbecoming of you. With now, the Lost King's Head, this map's everywhere. This has been happening for years. This is a Lost King's Head treasure. People have been looking for it for decades. They print the maps on like cereal boxes. You can get them literally anywhere. They're not rare. If you think you can find it, that's fine. But I know yours was supposedly the real deal. All right. So, I mean, you talked about it, but I did not see it. The only thing I can think is you said these are the places that you said you had been last night. You'd been at a funeral home. You had been at a dragon egg nursery.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, that was.
You had been to 3 different taverns, which there are 6 in this town, so good on you. And you said that you had been to the Priary to have some, like, to talk and like have some prayers answered. I don't know, but honey, do what you gotta do. But work on the jealousy. I could have the specialties, but listen, I got too much love. I gotta share. You know, I ain't a one person bugbear.
Holds out his hand, gently clasps Dominic Toretto's face in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Lets his thumb run down his face, catches his bottom lip, and then pulls his hand away and says, "You do what you do best, and I'll see you again, a rich man."
All right, honey, have fun.
All right.
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you walk away. And lights up another cigarette. Just.
Quinton turns and he drastically sways his hips from side to side,
Meanwhile,
accentuating his neck. Meanwhile, fuck me. Where do we go from here? Meanwhile, we are able to cut over into a cave hundreds of miles away. Within this cave system, it is high up a mountain. The air here is thin, and you are able to see clansmen, like tribes people, in like very simplistic, like woven wool garbs, and it seems like they are worshiping some kind of stone carving in the wall. And as they are carving, laying down tithes and offerings of some kind, you are able to look up and you're able to see that it is faces completely obscured, but you're able to see simplistic drawings and carving of what looks like a 5-some with a bugbear in the middle. However, all of the
back to reality.
Back to reality. Quinton and gang outside of the brothel. Quinton stops. He looks to everyone and says, "I think we just got ourselves a clue. We may not need this map at all."
All right. And with that, we are going to take our first break. We're going to give our friends who are in wigs and masks a chance to breathe not hot air. We will be back in 5 minutes. You guys have fun, make good choices, don't write down your crimes, and we'll see you back here in just a couple of seconds. Hello, we are back from our break, you beautiful babes. So, what has happened so far? Our characters, Dumpford, Bomblin, and Quinton, woke up tied to a maypole in a chicken fighting arena. Not just regular chickens, chickenfolk. Finding out they had been the ultimate champions of such thing throughout the night that they had to be tied up so they didn't go through the entire roster of chickenfolk. They then escaped and tried to remember what was happening the night before. Quinton had a map to the Lost King's Head treasure, and they decided to retrace their steps from the evening before to find the map to get to the treasure. Will they get to the treasure? Who knows? Will they find the map? Hopefully. So, before we continue on our story, we're going to say hello once again to our lads. Check in with everybody. Also, real quick before we move on, Nikki had their baby, and we want to give a quick congratulations to Nikki, who had it looks like a very hard time having the young man. That's what you get for naming it Connor.
Yeah, that's a bad
It's
omen.
gonna be making so many fart jokes, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's because you named them Connor that was a hard birth, but it's wonderful to have you back. I hope much rest in your future. It's good to have you here. But let's check in with our lads. First, Slade, Big Jim Slade, Dumpford. How you doing, buddy? How's your evening going?
I'm doing okay. It's been a little weird. You know, usually when I wake up out of a bender and I'm all tied up, it's usually in better circumstances, like the Twin Towers with Dom there, but it wasn't. But, you know, we're getting through it. We're fisting our chickens and we're getting on our way. It's great. It's wonderful.
Beautiful. Bomblin, a.k.a. Fishy.
Everything's fine. We found out that Quinton is very much so in love, but the treasure is our real goal, and we must not get distracted.
All right. And Quinton/Drew, how you?
Quinton is having a fine time with his new crew, even though he's feeling a bit under the weather. You could say he's putting the ache in Cloaca.
Fantastic. And you were worried you wouldn't fit in. So we are about to continue on. We are just now leaving the brothel to find where we have been the night before and hopefully find our treasure map in the next hour. Let's see what happens. But you beautiful babes, roll me initiative order and we will decide what order we are going in for the evening, and I will roll our game for this round.
Wow, I got a 24.
Okay, hold on. Bomblin got a 24? Is that what you said? All right. And you got a 1, Quinton?
I got a 10.
Oh,
You got a 10. Oh, 21. Okay, so we're going Bomblin, Quinton, Dumpford. God, brain. And we got a 19 for the game, which is random NPC. Create a random NPC and add them to the party and story. Chat and audience makes them. All right. Chat.
That's the fourth! The one we've been searching for all along!
So, my friends, all right, we're going to go in order with this. Okay, as they are, we're going to have them show up at their next location they go to, which I'll let them decide what this is. But I need you guys, 1, to give me a name and pronouns. 2, what species they are. 3, a general personality, and I think general personality, and maybe a classification for them. Give me as many suggestions as you can. We're gonna have some fun with this. Go absolutely crazy. Lose your ding dang minds. Also, Nikki, I know you haven't given a suggestion tonight, but I'm gonna put you down for you're gonna get a point just for it. I'm gonna call it the baby point. You had the baby.
Yeah, the baby gets a point. It's not for you, Nikki. It's for Connor.
It's for baby Connor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for baby Connor.
We can do onesies merch too, just so you know.
Oh, we could do onesies. Do you want some onesies merch? I could tell Turk.
That seems like child really, but we're gonna do it anyway.
See, we got to get one that's just the and Connor like finger guns, Yeah. All right, we have 1 suggestion so far, which is Peony Piskford, a they/them goblin who's boisterous. Any others?
We can let the suggestions roll in, and then we could have...
All right,
Quinton, you were told a whole bunch of different locations that we were last night that I still don't remember. It was like a funeral home. And
you went to 3 bars, a funeral home, a dragon egg nursery, and I don't remember what else I said, but that's what we have.
Priory is some place where you go.
Priory. Yeah, it's a priory. Yeah, that's what it is.
I can't go to the Priory. I'm way banned from there.
Well,
you went last night.
It's going to be a bit of a stealth mission because I believe we got a clue from the love of my life.
Okay. All right. So what's the clue?
Yeah,
is it still my turn or have we reset?
No. We're gonna reset. Bomba's gonna go first, but you can talk to each other. Talking is free.
Open dialogue until we decide on who our other NPC is and where we're gonna make our next test.
Okay, got it. Oh, then in that case, gentlemen, I think I know why we were all brought together, and I think I know why we all blacked out as well. I have a theory. Could very well be incorrect because I am a self-labeled moron, but we have already found the lost king's head treasure, and we were merely celebrating, but we have forgotten the location. Now I was thinking upon the locations as I was fighting back tears as the love of my life rejected me publicly. And as I was pondering who the 4th person in our 5-some was, I thought, where do you go in your head? Who do you turn? Would you turn to the gods if you do not worship gold? Almost as if the king lost his head. To the Priory is what it's called, where I believe the treasure may be found.
Well, which one?
Or I'm wrong.
All right, so
there's like 4 of them, and 3 of them they kind of shoot me on sight. So which one is?
Well, you all went there.
Looking great, guys.
Which one did? This is the thing: is that which one did you go to? Because if you get shot on sight at 3 of them, that means you all went to one last night. So it's the one you're all allowed at.
I don't think I got shot.
Quinton holds up his shirt, and there's a very obvious bullet hole in his side.
Oh my God, you're bleeding!
Oh, it's fine. He puts his finger in. He goes, "Oh, wrong caliber. No, couldn't have been from them." Okay, I think we're good.
All right, so we have 3 options, my friends. We have Peony Piskford, they, them, Goblin, and Boisterous. We have Phantom Fellator, they, them, Changeling with a flirty attitude. And we have Certifiable Nerd saying Dusty, she, her, sea elf, absolutely psycho. Bomblin, because it's your turn first, you get to choose.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. It's totally gonna be Phantom of Fellator.
Okay,
The
Phantom
Changeling.
Fellator. All right. And then we just had one last one come in from Benu, which was Rafet Den Diun, which is he, him, fairy, and tiresome. But Phantom Fellator it is. All right. And that was from Certifiable Nerd.
That's Nerf's X.
All right. Bomblin, take us away. You're heading to a priory.
All right. As we start to get closer and closer to the priory, Bomblin's getting obviously nervous and kind of agitated. See, before this adventure, Bomblin may or may have not scammed the entire priory out of their entire treasury for, like, I don't know, tornado insurance. They're still covered, by the way. They're just not happy about it. But we have all the legal documentation saying that, you know.
What?
Improv game. The improv game. What's our improv?
We just did it. It's create a random NPC.
There's
Yeah.
another one though, right? I thought we did 2 of them. Once we create the random one, we do another one.
It didn't say that.
Okay, never mind then. I apologize.
No,
That
no.
must have been Turk just fucking with me last time.
This is
Well-
hard enough as it is.
Probably.
Did you get a 15 and then you had to do 2? Because that's the only one that it requires 2.
Maybe. All right,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Carry on. I'm
It's okay.
Anyways, Bobbin gonna try and like stealthy his way in the back as Dumpford and Quinton take the lead. As we enter into the priory, we hear somebody scream out, "Oh, Quinton! Oh, Quinton!
Oh.
Return, Quinton!"
Oh, Quinton. Oh, Quinton, you've returned, Quinton.
But of course I have, me love. You think I'd leave you adrift on a sandbar somewhere?
I don't know. You just left in such a rush. I didn't know what to do. You promised so much last night. All I've done is dream of you whisking me away from this horrid, mundane life of working for the nunnery.
Aye, lass. For being a woman of the cloth can be so boring. But for the things that you have learned, I'm sure it could be very valuable. I bet you know every, and kind of like comes up and like very carefully hand on the things you have learned here could outmatch any man on the sea. For example, could you walk us back exactly through where we were here yesterday, last night? Maybe?
Do you not remember, darling, all those sweet nothings you whispered in my ear? I couldn't live if you didn't remember, as they stroke your face and like your chest a little bit and like caressing up to you.
Quinton,
Quinton's
you
heart.
talk.
Quinton pulled in a different direction because he loves her, but he has a job to do here. And so he closes his eyes, he opens them, and tries to picture Dominic Toretto's face as he takes this sensual.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how changelings work that well, but I know one of the things they can do is assume other shapes, and I want her to be like, she can get the vibe from you of what you want to see, and
Okay.
she kind of like morphs into the bugbear Dom Toretto, but she's still got milky white eyes.
It's not my turn yet. I'm like, so I'm like,
No, it's okay.
This is amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. I set this up for a reason.
Right.
This is perfect.
Darling, you not need do that for me, for I do not wish to have you take the form of another in a way just to please myself, for we were so intimate last.
I would do anything to please you. Oh, and she like rubs her big bugbear nose up against your nose, just like, I'll be anything you want, any changing fancy. Let me
Mommy, no, it's not you.
I'm
sorry.
gonna pull up a chair from the back and just kind of sit back.
Right. And
Oh, Priory's got cup chairs too. This is great.
Yeah, totally. There's chairs
Very common.
everywhere in the Priory. They live to sit down.
then I guess the plan is for us to swine in every room of the Priory that we did last night. Please,
Oh.
escort me to the rooms in which we danced the wild moustache.
Oh, I love it when you please explain it again. I love how you explain what the pistachio is.
Oh, but of course, me darling, I'll whisper it into your ear and say, I wish to have all the positions we did last night. We took your carriage to the tackle.
doing, Shaw? Oh, wonderful, but only if your friends come. I do love the sultry gaze of Dumpford and the soft...
I can't come again. I already did like 24 times so far. I got to recharge, but I'll walk along with you today.
I just want your beautiful eyes upon me. And Bomblin, oh, when you caressed my shoulders, it was wonderful. It was like ecstasy to have all three of you at the same time. But yes,
let us... know. I was out of line last night. It's okay. I'll stay back here and guess what?
Let us all go together. As she kind of just like, they swath you all together and like guides, like just kind of like, still as Dumpford of the bugbear, kind of like sways through the pews and into the back and like shows you around each room. There's a room that's like all books and papers and like old tomes. There's a room was entirely full of like old artifacts, like religious relics and stuff, but it looks like quite a few of them are missing because you can see dust rings where things were. You see...
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? They take you downstairs, and there's like a big statue to a god. Chat, decide what god and what church this is. And there's a statue of a god before with like pillows and kneeling and like tussled blankets, and you have a feeling that's where a lot of things happened last night. And Dom Toretto was just whisking you. Well, what did we actually name Phantomala? Or whatever it was, Fantilla. What was their actual?
Phantom Fillator.
Yeah, Phantom Fillator. Yeah, Phantom Fillator. As Dom Toretto. Yeah, Fanty is showing you all around. We have quite a few.
We did the Fanty Fold.
Awesome. Oh my god!
All right, so we have.
If you don't use the fucking suggestion command, I swear to God.
No.
I mean, you're coming up with gold.
You did do it once earlier.
Yeah.
Come on, Emmy.
There we go. Emmy got it.
There you go.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you.
Don't tell me how to live my life, fishies. That's right.
Oh, the god of fellatio.
Yeah, so we have okay, so the options we have are Odin, Balder the Bright, the tonsil goddess Tungina, Pickle the god of fellatio, Mirius, the goddess of fantastic fucking. So there you go. Those are your options.
Gotta being so bossy.
So, I don't remember whose turn it is. I think it was Bomblin's turn still, but we've kind of just moved into Quinton's turn, so...
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of together. I don't mind the shared initiative. I set up the premise of how I wanted this to go, so to be honest, I am totally okay with
Okay, fair enough.
Straight into Quinton.
All right, Quinton, then you get to choose what god this is.
Am I, in all, I mean, is there any way that we could I use a couch, and in using a couch, is there a way for us to like run a poll to see what we want the god to be?
Absolutely we can.
Okay.
That is a wonderful use of couch coin.
Hell yeah. And
I've never heard of anybody using it that way, but it works.
Okay. If that's too, guys, I'm not going to go too crazy. Okay, we got to stay with girls in some way.
All right, so
we can't get distracted.
All right,
do not get distracted.
So give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well I guess we could have. Okay, so we got
tonsil goddess, Pickle, Mirius.
Yeah. Okay, so Pickle, god of fellatio. Can't spell that.
That's gonna trip the filter.
Well, let me write it, so that means I spelled it wrong. And then we have
I mean, also we just like say the names. There's like Mirius, tonsil goddess, because it's all in chat anyway.
Yeah, I can't see the chat anymore, so that's why I'm asking.
It's Mirius, Mirius, and then the tonsil goddess, which is crazy.
That's Tungina. Tungina.
I just can't wait to read the pamphlets. I knew I was here for a reason.
Yeah, quick question. I'm pretty sure we might have been worshiping here last night if we, tossed a hot dog down the alley because all of these gods are sex related.
So I have the Pickle God, Tungina, and Mirius. What were there any other There's two more slots.
Just
Which
Odin.
one? Odin. Okay. All right. And then one more.
Balder the Bright.
Okay. All right.
Steve wants us to use some of his scald, some Forge of Lore scald gods. Anyone that wants to go see exactly how we're gonna butcher these gods, go and watch the versions of Lore. So.
All right, there is a 2-minute poll up right now for you to choose. I made it so you guys can use as many points as you like. Fight it out, my friends. Not just 1 point around. Go crazy. Fight this out.
Holy right. How to tickle the pickle.
Now, and if I may, Quinton's gonna look back towards the changeling. What's the changeling's name again?
Phantom.
Phantom looks back to Phantom, still in bugbear form. A tear comes down his cheek. He wipes it away. This is not to Phantom and says, "Now, Phantom, I got a quick question for you. Did we seem to celebrate in front of any of these statues in particular, or was it more of like an active movement affair?"
Oh, it was active movement. We moved from room to room. So we started up in the pews, and then we moved slowly down to the library. And then we made a ruckus in the artifact room using all the magic to our delights. And then we finished off here in front of the statue, all 4 of us finishing together.
Good job, guys. Since we had a wonderful evening last night, wow, we got acquainted. And here I thought we were strange.
Well, maybe you are. Yeah, definitely around the block.
My groin. A lot.
Now, you say that
Get that checked out.
No, that's what I'm doing is prestidigitating it. I'm cleaning this shit up because I'm worried now.
Now, you said that we started. We moved down.
It's the pickle god of fellatio.
And we finished in front of that statue, and it's a statue of a giant pickle.
Yes.
The arms and legs. Finished here. Thank you, Phantom. Oh, so kind. He turns away. As he's still looking like the bugbear, he's broken. But he moves over to the pickle statue and goes, Dumpford, Bomblin, come here.
What?
Circle jerk again?
Oh, geez, hold on. I gotta hydrate this.
Put your cocks away. we have more important things to do.
Oh,
no, that's chicken. That's just one that followed us in.
Dumpford, are you feeling wilted? Hold on, I have something for you.
No, I'm fine. It works. Always works.
Phantom has already whisked away to a little, wall safe that opens up and pulls out a couple of vials, and it's like, this will renew each of your spirits. It will cure what ails you and enrich your electrolytes, because this is this is what a potion called the electrolution.
Oh, Glacier Blue, my favorite.
No, your cock's not gonna work if you keep doing that.
He's a cop! He's a cop! Only cops know the real names!
But it's a good thing you just took that. Men, we need to yank on the pickle.
Roll for a yank?
No, you weirdos, move the statue. Help me move it.
Still confused with dick in hand. What do you want me to do?
Grab the statue's legs and pull, damn it. Pull.
All right,
all right.
So this looks like a very, very big statue, so I'm going to make this like a hard roll, but I'm going to let you guys do it combined.
Damn right it is.
You know what? Quinton's
Analysis just redeemed first stage.
Boner
Describe at length the yanking of the pickle.
All right,
Okay.
so we have a crotch speech for Drew as Quinton on describe at length the yanking of the pickle statue. So I'm going to let you hold this for just one moment. Hold the pickle.
We're gonna roll first.
I'm going to have all 3 of you roll strength together. We're going to do a combined strength roll.
Combined yank?
Yeah, combined yank.
Combined yank.
You're yanking.
Let's go. Okay.
What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
That's
I got a nat 20.
What?
All right.
Nat 20, baby.
Well, with that amazing success all the way around, yes, please, Drew, give us a crotch speech on the at length of describing the yanking of the pickle.
We got a bit of a problem here because I'm already standing up. So I guess I could crotch more like crouch, and I could just lower myself down as deep as I can.
He's a kobold.
He's a kobold. No, you're good. We'll just call it a couch speech for tonight. Get yourself.
Oh, okay, got it. Makes a lot of sense.
Get yourself nice and big and proud.
Ladies and not hard at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Very hard. Because we're all popping blue chews, cocks in hand. We're wrecked. We are Eskimo brothers. We are Coliseum brothers. We're Cloaca brothers. As we have all slept with the same people, not once but twice in the same evening. And my friends and compatriots, this is something that will be remembered through time immemorial. Because it is the only time that perhaps there was a foursome upgraded to a fivesome. But also the night where treasure was discovered amongst new. For as we all pop glacier blue chews, as we all get erections that could rival the tallest of mountains and the strongest of, as we all hold on to our Johnson and grab onto the legs of the statue, the god of fellatio, we all begin salivating because blue chew really dehydrates, and we begin pulling both forward and backwards, as slowly but surely the pickle statue begins to and slide across the ground. And we all finish.
Roll for finishing? No.
No problem. That one. My dick doesn't work anymore.
Is that a performance base?
yeah, that sounds right.
It doesn't matter. I literally, my penis just falls off.
I got another dirty 20!
I got a 6.
All right,
That's about right.
Bomblin busts enough for the three of you. That's Bomblin just coats everything.
It's gonna make it sticky. Oh, Jesus.
Bomblin straight up coats everything in a nice glaze.
Quinton
He's
pretends
like a
the
bad
right
donut.
for him, but it's all erectile dysfunction. He cannot produce any.
All right.
Oh my god, I want to spend a couch coin. As the statue moves, the sunlight just beams upon the statue, and suddenly all the prairie servants of the god come out, and they're just choir singing. As the statue moves.
Certifiable _nerd just redeemed couch coin. Quinton for the description.
Quinton, you got a couch coin for doing such a great description in your couch speech. Good job, buddy.
Oh, kick-ass. Thank you, certifiable nerd. I appreciate that.
And with that, after that wonderful description of how you moved across, we move to Dumpford's turn. What do we find behind the pickle god statue? What is in the place? What do we see? We had a success.
So first, I have to like prestidigitate my face to get all the stuff off because I can't really see. It got in my eyes and it stings like a bastard. So,
Mama, what do you
do
eat?
that. It ain't pineapple, I'll tell you that. No pineapple, no honey, I can guarantee. Anyway, so I sort of look over and I have to hop up because it's on this pedestal, and I sort of climb and my feet are like kicking on the side as I shimmy up and I look down, and in the big pedestal is an empty area, and inside there's a rolled up scroll, and I reach down to pick up the scroll, and I open it up, and it's a picture hastily drawn in like a piece of charcoal or something. And I recognize it's a room. It's a drawing of a room with a big X on it, and it's this room. I look around. Suddenly, it makes perfect sense. Over there in the corner, amongst all the different offerings to Pickle, god of Fellatio, is on a pedestal all its own, a chicken statue. And I look over, and it makes perfect sense now. Go over to the statue, and there's going to be an investigation of the statue.
All right, go for it.
What we find.
Go for it.
That's a 16. We gonna call that a success?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A 12 would have been a success.
I look around, and I'm like, Quint,
Hey.
I see where you got your start last night. And I reach up,
We're going to take Banu's suggestion, I see.
and I reach up and into the back of the statue where the statue's cloaca would be. There's been a hole punched, and I pull it out, and it's a large red stocking sock. And there's something heavy in it. I open the sock, pull it out, and it is a giant golden head.
Ooh.
Is this your treasure here, kid?
Boing.
Oh, it might be. What a beautiful piece. Describe it to me. What does it look? It's kind of dark.
Ah, I take a look, and it is shaped like a majestic head. There's a crown around it, as an imperial crown type of thing. And the beak on the king's head is long and curved, and it is an emperor king's head. But inside, the mouth moves. There's another little scroll, and I just hand the scroll over to Bomblin.
All right.
Take it from there.
Yeah, it looks like we're wrapping it up. So, Bomblin, give us what's on the new little scroll.
We're losing it.
Couch coin for prop work.
Yeah. All right. The declaration of the last place chickenfolk had, an ancient relic of the dark eras of which the chickenfolk used to reign over Randomonia. A dark, cursed item. Bestows with all the power and knowledge of each chickenfolk emperor behind it. Attunement to this magical item may just place you in the power you never knew you would be caught.
You had to pronounce it correctly. It's peacock.
Sorry, I don't speak chicken.
Peacock.
Well, basically, I think it makes you a king of the chickenfolk.
All right, my Lord Cock, here you go.
Who are you handing it to?
To Quinton, because I already have a majestic cock. I think he needs to be the Lord of.
Since yours doesn't work anymore.
Looks down, pants at his ankle, and goes, probably should have pulled up my pants first. Probably would have preserved the moment more. Could anyone?
And over in the corner, finally, the little painter guy comes over from the brothel, and he's rapidly scribbling, saving the moment for posterity.
The first thing he draws is my penis. The first thing. Looks down, he shimmies his pants back up, and he says, "Could any one man rule over all cocks?"
I think with
I think you could. Yeah,
vested in your hand, you could be the ruler of all cock.
if you put the statue in the other hand, it's like a stranger. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Will he, Phantom pipes up at this point. Will you invoke the cock lord?
Will you plead the cock?
You are the rightful king. Will you invoke the cock?
What's the magic word of power to do that?
Rise?
And with that, Artemis, I know you're mad. I know. My dog is losing her damn mind because I keep cackling. With that, the eyes on the little statue head glow a bright blue, and you feel yourself filling with power that you've never known before, almost like a chicken-like omnipotence that leads you to being a fantastic captain. You feel power. You feel knowledge passed down to you from generations. And it feels like you know how to lead. It feels like you know what needs to be done to fix economic crises, to fix famine, to fix poverty. You suddenly see all the solutions as if they were simple.
I know.
Oh shit, there's a side effect. Wild narcolepsy. Oh, that's not good.
Wait, only after I do the... And Quinton passes out on the ground.
Amazing. Couch coin for suddenly narcolepsy for Quinton. That was a great act. So with that, we have found our treasure. So what I want us to do in initiative order, not that matters anymore, go through and tell us what your character will be doing for the foreseeable future. What happens after this? Just give us a brief description that we can add canon to our universe. What does Quinton do? What does Bomblin do? What does Dumpford do post Cock Lord statue finding? I don't remember who was first. I think it was Bomblin.
Bomblin.
Yeah.
Okay. Through the preceding days, as the disciples of Pickle decided to actually realize who I was, there I was locked up in the dungeons of Fellatio for about a good fortnight. Now, the things that happen in the dungeons of Fellatio, you wouldn't necessarily call a prison, but at some point, you get really fucking tired of it, and then the carpet burn, the rug burn, it just all becomes unbearable, and then the amount of diseases is astonishing. So, and after all that, they just kind of like toss you outside their little gates and shit. So Bobblin's kind of in a heap, just like used and abused, little like smelly squiggly lines coming off of him, and flies that fly near his vicinity and then die. And then it pans out, and then pans in on Dumpford.
Oh, so yeah, Dumpford realizes as the headache starts to fade. It's like, I know where I've been. I have been when I was here before. We had my second bachelor party here like 110 years ago. So I start touring the rooms, and I'm looking at places because that's where my brother-in-law carved his initials into the back of the goddess's ass. And then there was a couple of other places where, I had some good memories, and it was like a lot of fun going through. But then I finally leave, and I go back, and I open a little shop, and I sell souvenir replicants of the little painting of the Lord of the Cock's coronation. And I get the little ones, and I got little keychains that have the little piece sticking out, following the outline like a die cut. And I just make a nice little side hustle, selling Coronation memorabilia of Lord Cockenstein or whatever he calls himself now. I don't remember. You can tell me in a minute.
Amazing. Your instant prints minor illusion plus mold earth to make the kind of stamp rise from the sand beneath the puddle of paint. Slap a canvas down on the top and make a painting. Oh my god, amazing. Yes, certifiable.
Baby.
Yeah,
Are we using logical magic to make paintings faster?
Yes.
That is bananas. All right.
And finally,
the lead that goes into that is bananas.
Wow. Before I do want to make sure Bennu gets credit for the giant red sock.
Can do.
I finally took the red sock idea that Bennu's been pointing at us all night.
All right, I got it. All right, and finally, Quinton, where do you end up? What happens to you?
Quinton, imbued with the power of old, makes a few stops. First, he goes to a nearby smithy, melts down the chicken stack, gets it minted into gold coin, spreads that out amongst Dumpford, Bomblin, and himself. 3 shares for 3.
How many gold coins does that make?
3.
Let's do. Listen, add a 0 to it. Add a 0.
30. So I so badly wanted to say 0-3. Okay.
Thanks, I guess.
30. 10 gold coins free. Quinton then understands that he needs to make changes in order to win the heart he loves. He needs to steal dominant Toretto away from Echo the Plasma. And so he resigns himself to the open seas after going back to the Coliseum. Alexa, I apologize.
Good thing you're wearing.
Name that I just said. What's up?
Good thing you're wearing headphones, because I am known to say, "Hey Alexa, play Baby Shark."
You're a son of a bitch. But to summarize, we're wrapping up. And Quinton goes back to the Coliseum and recruits the guard that chased the beginning of this story. And he is able to, using the knowledge of old chicken, get himself Bravery, the chicken knight, as well as the 6 other human, is able to get a schooner and go out and begin pirating around the world in order to amass his fame and fortune. And now, with all the knowledge of things chick, Bravery by his side, we finally understand why his name is Foul.
Yeah, it all comes around. Also, on the high seas, you might run into Echo, because Echo's job is actually working on a ship. So
This is too good.
it all comes together, right? That is the end of our adventure for the evening. Now, we are going to go on one final break and then come back out of costume, discuss our favorite moments for the night, share anything that was put in the Discord, anything fun like that. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can only see the short rest where we do the talk after if you watch the live show. So please think about coming in and watching the live show sometime. It is a lot of fun. As you can see, you can be part of the laughter as it happens. You could be a reason we laugh. You could be the reason we all fall over in tears and laugh joyously together. You could be that reason. Come watch the live shows on Friday on Twitch. But one last
live. Sorry.
And we are going to do another shout out before we go to our short break, and then we'll do one during the short break as well. But a shout out to Drew coming to join us today from Rulebooks Optional. It's been a pleasure to have you. There will be links in the description below. If you would like to follow them, see what they do excellent RPGs, TTRPGs, whatnot. Please go check them out. Give them some love. That's what this is all about. That's what the Grouch Couch and Improv Quest is all about, is shining light on our fellow adventurers and showing you how many options there are for excellent things and excellent people to vibe with. And we want to share our community with their community. So please go give Rulebooks Optional some love. And we will be back. In about 5 minutes. All right. I love you. Have fun.
Thumbnails.
Make good choices.
What's up, guys?
Thumbnails.
Oh yeah, thumbnail poses. My bad. That's something we need to do. Oh, good lord. Why is Fishy
green?
Hold on, let me fix Fishy's down here.
Is everything busted?
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
No, this is deliberate. This is on purpose.
There we go.
So we do something here, Drew, called thumbnail poses. Thumbnail poses, where we need thumbnails for our YouTube afterwards. So how we take suggestions from the chat on options for different poses we can use, but give us a good Quinton pose that we can use for the thumbnail. Just
Sure, no problem.
Emmy says give the camera blue steel. Blue steel is the look that Ben Stiller gives in Zoolander. It's the we have kiss that chicken head, says Banu. Pray to pickles. And then fucking here's a suggestion, says Emmy. I would take this. And yeah, pickle statue finish. There we go. I think we got a good couple. Hopefully somebody's clipped it. If not, Turk, that's on you. Ha ha ha. All right, for realsies now, we're gonna go on our final break. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Great episode all around. Turkey, I'm really sorry you're gonna have to edit this. And once again, my episode ended up super horny. I don't know how this keeps happening.
I'm not gonna let us guess GM anymore.
Cheers, heroes! Thanks for supporting the show! Subscribers, Tavern Talks, Reyno, Bartender Dookie, Raynan, and No Boom Me, as above, Moz, Tavern Talk, Rain from Forge of Lore!
Thank you for the